Hi and welcome to BlendeForum by AmberView Software, a motion and parameter sequencer for Deforum in Automatic 1111, Forge and even ComfyUI. The BlendeForum kit has 15 custom panels, 3 export scripts and template projects for Blender. Let's have a look. There are panels for image and audio import, familiar Deforum settings, live prompt editing, automatic 3D orbit effects, tempo-synced timeline markers, rate displays and overwarnings, panels for easy cleanup and viewing, transport and keyframe helpers, an action switcher for audio reactive animation, keyframe to beat markers, and the main panel, the keyframe LFO, for beat-synced keyframe movements. The Windows desktop application compiles everything into a standard Deforum settings file. A macOS version is planned. BlendeForum is designed to give you visual feedback as you edit motion and other parameters for Deforum. As you move up and down, left and right, you can see a 3D representation of the movement the keyframes will produce. The grid overlay shows the Deforum translation parameters left, right, up, down, and the roll. Okay, so let's export a simple project. On the zoom channel, I'll insert a keyframe at the end, select the first and last keyframes, go to the rates panel, select a rate, I'll go for 80, click Set Keyframes Rate, and now we have some forward movement. Next, I'll select the 3D up-down channel. In the LFO panel, I'll enter the BPM of the music track I'm using. I'll select 8 beats for the LFO speed, set the start and 2 values, and click the Insert All button. If I zoom in, you can see a 3D up and down oscillation every 8 beats between the start and 2 values I set. Maybe I don't like the result. Also, I set the wrong BPM for the music track. So I'll go to the Play panel and click the Delete From button to delete all keyframes on the selected channel from the playhead position. I'll enter my BPM again, select 16 beats this time, set the 2 value to around 10, and insert all. Now I can see a 3D up-down movement every 16 beats between values 0 and 10. Okay, great. Let's add some 3D left-right movement. I'll select 12 beats for some variation and click Insert All. Now the roll channel. I'll go for 24 beats on the roll. Wonderful! Look at that. Up, down, left, right, zoom and roll, tempo synced to the selected BPM and a nice visual representation of what the Deforum keyframed parameters are doing. An important one to note is the seed parameter. If you set the seed rep slider, it will interpolate the seed similar to the standard Deforum seed behaviors, and the info panel will reflect the mode it is currently on. We'll go to the Blender video sequencer page. Normally you would start here when starting a new project. In the Start panel, I'll click Load Audio to Sequencer. Select my audio file, click Timeline Length from Audio to set the timeline to the length of the audio file. Click First Image to Sequencer Select my image, click these two buttons to send the image to the main viewer. You can see the image objects here. Then go to the markers panel, enter the BPM of the track, click Start to create the markers, select a bar length, and now we have beat synced timeline markers. Fantastic! This track starts 2 beats after the bar, which is not uncommon, and what the tempo change button is for in the markers panel. That will be covered in one of the upcoming in-depth panel tutorials. Now, because we clicked the 2 buttons in the start panel in the video sequencer, the image is sent to the main viewer. You can see the image objects here and turn their visibility on and off as needed. So let's say we're done. We've imported our image and audio, keyframed our motion, so I'll go to File, Export, and select the Export All to 3D option, as it's a 3D project using the 3D project template. Select a folder and export. You'll see some extra channels appear with motion and parameter data. You can clean those up with the Delete panel, as they have already been written to the export folder you selected. In the export folder, you can see all the files it created, the PNG image and audio file we imported, and all the motion and parameter data. You just need to add a Deforum settings file to the folder. There's one included in the BlendeForum download. As we are working on a 3D project, I'll drag the folder onto the 3D Deforum square of the included desktop app. It will extract all the data from the export and put it into the Deforum settings file you added. Now, if we have a look at the Deforum settings file, you can see it extracted everything from the image we added in the Blender video sequencer. The image dimensions, the sampler used, the seed, the steps, the prompt. Here you can see all the motion data and parameters have been added. All that's left to do is right-click the Deforum settings file, copy path, paste into Deforum and load settings. Everything is there. From the image you import in the Blender video sequencer, it set the sampler, the dimensions, the seed and steps. The model used when you made the image has been set here. The seed behavior you set with the seed rep slider was interpolated by the Windows desktop app and inserted here. All the motion data is ready to go. Even the audio file location is set as the location you added it from in the Blender video sequencer. So just hit generate and off it goes. And there you have it. That is BlendeForum at a very basic level. Keep an eye out for upcoming in-depth tutorials that will go deep into the full complexity that BlendeForum is capable of. Join the Discord below for updates and more. Sign up to the Patreon for some great free stuff. And check out these demos of BlendeForum in action. See you in the next one.
I told you.